Tasman Bay Food Co has become something of a Nelson Tasman icon, producing a variety of well-known products for domestic and international markets from the factory at Brightwater. It's grown significantly in the 40 years since founder Brian Hurst began the company and is now run by his daughters, Ainsley and Marina.
My parents had an orchard when we were young, growing boysenberries and grapes, so they made fruit juice. And in the 80s, they bought into a company called Robinson Brothers in Stoke and Nelson, and they made 3-litre fruit juice and sold it in restaurants and cafes and started to sell it into supermarkets. Back in the 80s, they needed to come up with a solution to utilise the apples and make fruit juice, but not sell it in that really low income category, I guess. So they came up with the Juicies product. Juicies are a frozen fruit bar made out of freshly pressed apples. So they are sold in school canteens in New Zealand and Australia, and we export them into 26 countries around the world now. We're getting apples supplied from the pack houses around the region. It's sort of a win-win situation because pack houses pack out about 85% of their apples and the rest are processed fruit, which are not of export quality. So we take a lot of their byproduct. And so we press the apples, pump the juice up to our factory and blend it with other fruit and pasteurise it and pack it into the Juicies product. The biggest byproduct we've got from pressing apples is apple pomace. So we collect up to 20, 30 tonnes of that a week in our busy weeks. So some of that does go off to stock feed, mainly deer, but we're trying to reprocess as much of it as we can into added value products. One product we make is called Speedway Sauce, which has gained a bit of notoriety in New Zealand. It's an apple-based tomato chutney sauce. It's nice and thick, so the food vendors love it because it sticks to the hot dog and they can add a little bit of water into it, make it go a long way. So it's a good, cheap and cheerful type sauce. So our baked brand is called Zesty. Zesty is a range of organic cookies, biscotti and Christmas mince pies. We sell those in the supermarkets and in smaller retailers like Moore Wilson, Farrow, Common Sense Organics. They are just really yummy little baked snacks that are something different. In terms of product development, we work together as a team to come up with new ideas. We look at what's happening in the market, what trends are going on. We talk to our sales team and our customers and sort of just have to be a little bit ahead of the market. It's a bit of a challenge getting products right to go from something that's quite small into something that's a big enough volume to make it successful. We also work with our export customers, but obviously there's challenges with exporting as well. For example, dairy products are much more difficult to export. We'd really love to do more work with our Dr. Feelgood frozen pops overseas, but that's quite a high level of food compliance, and so we need to ensure that we can get that volume out of that business as well. We acquired Dr. Feelgood a couple of years ago. We loved the ethos of the sustainable packaging and the healthier product, and that's the direction we wanted to go with all our products. So the packaging of Dr. Feelgood is the little pop boxes, but we've learnt since having this brand that they are not airtight. So the product gets freezer burn and it has a short shelf life because of that. So we've recently put our Dr. Feelgood pops into home compostable film, which gives them a much better shelf life. We're quite serious about improving our sustainability, and we want to do that through continuous improvement and involve everyone in the business. So we know we're not perfect, so we went through a project where we could understand where our carbon was coming from and what were the things we could do easily and what are the things we have to work towards in the future. We also want to give back to the community somehow, and we don't just want to pay for other carbon companies to do it. So my father is really interested in growing plants, and so we've donated some land to this use, and we provide him with the fertilisers and the cover his costs to grow native plants, which we then donate to people in the community that are doing riparian improvement projects.
And this is packaging. Yeah, that's right. We produce a range of products on behalf of our contract customers. So we will be approached by a separate business wanting us to manufacture a product for them, whether they just don't have the facility to do so or don't have the right capabilities within their own operation. So we produce a lot of bars and cookies and other food products for those other brands. We've produced a range of organic bars and cookies for a customer based in Australia. So they supply into grocery and their products are aimed at the children's lunchbox market and snack food. So we actually developed the products in terms of the recipes and stuff for that customer. We bring a lot of experience to the inexperienced when it comes to new products. A lot of our customers are starting out in the food industry. They've got a great concept, but they don't have the experience to get it live. So there's quite a lot of advice given to our contract customers. We support them, help them make the right packaging decisions and locate key suppliers and all that background stuff that you don't necessarily think of when you're first starting out. So with contract manufacturing, everyone's different. Some people will need a full product already made for them, and some will come with a recipe and a product already designed and they simply want us to manufacture it.